All right, this is a little bit different from the usual content that I do, but we're going to be talking about unpopular opinions. And yeah, this is going to trigger most of you, but it's okay. It's cool. Whatever. I know most of you old heads is going to be like, nah, normal chess should never be switched with freestyle chess. So that's why we're going to be talking about this today. Unpopular opinion. Freestyle chess should replace normal chess. That's what one commenter said. I didn't say that. That's what one commenter said. And we're going to discuss this and figure out why some of them is wrong and why some of it might be right. We'll see. I don't get it. But anyway, this is what he said. Not only games are much more enjoyable than normal chess, but also chess 960. It's called freestyle chess now. Some person got mad at me for saying 960 or Fisher Random. It's called freestyle chess. But anyway, chess 960 provides very obvious advantages to popularize and grow the game. How does it do that? Well, he got a bulletin point, and we're gonna go through each one. First of all, he said, lack of opening theory means casuals won't get scared from opening theory. Club players won't have to prepare for hours before each game in the tournament. As a 2200 to 2300 FIDE rated player, he better be at least over 2000 to have this unpopular opinion. But anyway, pretty obvious to me. Beginners always fall into traps that they either need to memorize openings. They also won't lose to stupid opening traps and get a chance to play the game. If I play normal chess with white pieces and manage to play the Alpine Spanish exchange against the IM, it is more likely that I will either win or draw than I will lose, since I played these openings all my life. And they produce very dry positions with minor advantages for white are analyzed to death. My opponent will have to be much more stronger than me to outplay me in a rather simple endgame where all the plans are known because of the computer prep. So he is claiming that if you know opening very well, like to an extreme content, to an extreme extent, can't talk, to an extreme extent, then he is able to beat stronger opponents because he knows the opening very well, not that he knows or have more knowledge than the opponent that is higher rated than him. So that's his claim. That's the number one claim. And so if they took out opening theory, you don't know. There might be like some 1600s that are way better than some 2000 rated players in freestyle chess, rather than these players losing games in the opening by like silly opening traps that not just the popular ones, but the non-popular ones in certain openings. Because I mean, I know from experience myself as a Trumpowski type of player, you know, I do catch some of the beginners in some opening traps that they do not know about, because those opening traps in the Trumpowski is, they don't talk about it. They just don't talk about it. So it partially makes sense, partially, but we're gonna be looking at the replies too. Second thing, he says, eliminates Berlin-Grunfeld draws. This also highly increases the quality and excitement we get from games. Even if it is not a pre-arranged draw, a main line that has been played for thousands of games tend to create known positions with known plans to both players, where they agree to draw after their move made for surprise value in move 15th of main line doesn't work out. I think his English was a little bit off there. Maybe his writing was a little bit off there, but I kind of get what he's saying. Third thing, create time problem. I think Magnus Carlsen also mentioned this, but this is really important. Normal chess players can blitz out 15 to 20 moves with ease, and even the moves after that follows the planned structures of opening that is spoon-fed to players by the computer beforehand. Time problem leads to more exciting games. So the time problem leads to more exciting games, and yeah, I guess it does create a time problem because you don't know what position that you're going to get into in freestyle chess, and you're literally just using your creativity and experience that you have previously to play those type of positions. And if you're playing classical chess, you really have to think about your opening moves, rather in normal chess, you are just blitzing out the next 15 to 20, 25 moves off the noggin. And yes, Magnus Carlsen is part of this freestyle chess movement, and he's trying to push it, especially with the tournaments that we have right now of Magnus Carlsen saying that, yeah, we should get on this bandwagon. We should have like a what is that called? Just like the Grand Chess Tour, we should have like a freestyle chess tour maybe in the future. He didn't specifically say that, but it seems like he's trying to go that direction with how much money is being put into, especially in that last tournament, the Freestyle Chess GOAT. I'm thinking that's what it's called. And by GOAT, for all the listeners who are over 40, GOAT means greatest of all time. All right, fourth thing. Similar to other points, but games are much more exciting because classical time control and Fischer chess is enough to have creative ideas that create interesting, unbalanced positions. The only criticism people can make is that protecting the history legacy of the game, but I don't think we lose any value of changing the starting position. Sure, opening books and computer analysis for openings will become meaningless, and newer generations will be less keen to know how openings have changed over time, but I don't think this is such a huge loss. It feels like some players, responsible people on the upper echelons of chess are opposing this idea because they don't want to lose their edge against others with their superior opening middle game knowledge of those positions. I can't find any other meaningful explanation. Chess is a game, it's much more interesting when a position hasn't been analyzed to death, where most positions lead to a draw when it isn't analyzed at all, so we use our human instincts. It also is definitely much more interesting when we can produce infinitely many more positions because starting positions is always random. All right, so that's the ending, the closing part of this. And there is one part that I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, the unbalanced positions. That is true. It does create an imbalanced position straight from the start, and you could be more in danger in freestyle chess of actually being in a straight up +2 or even losing position in like 3 to 4 moves. I've seen this tournament, and yeah, one of the guys had a losing position in the first 3 moves because they didn't develop their pieces right to the opening. And so there are openings that's kind of like the Grab where it's already a refutation. But I'm thinking in the future, if this does replace normal chess, then they're gonna find a way to do opening prep. They're gonna figure out a way to create books and easy systems, just like the London system for freestyle chess. So the creativity is gonna get zapped away no matter if you want it or not. No matter what happens. So I'm not saying it's gonna get zapped away immediately because it's fun right now, but just imagine my kids playing chess 200 years in the future, my generation, and they're playing chess and they're like, yeah, so if the position is set up like this, you can play this type of system. And then if the position is set up like this, then you can play this type of system. You know, it can happen. All right, replies. So somebody wanted to replies to the draw thing. He said, I totally understand and respect the logic of this, and I am glad that 960 exists. But to me, chess is not necessarily more interesting when it is purely about human instincts. To me, what makes chess so rich is that it's entirely dependent on human instincts, cognitive ability, and also just as much dependent on accrued and shared knowledge. All right, so that's one counter argument to what he was saying. That's one counter argument, is that most people don't really, I guess most people don't really care about the creativity making of the game, and that it actually takes real talent to learn from previous masters on mastering the game for yourself. That's a talent too. Interesting, I don't know. Tell me what you think. Another person said, has enough analysis been done to determine if any of the 960 starting positions are definitely more advantageous for one side? In regular chess, we all know that white has a slight advantage in the opening setup, mostly because of the first move advantage, but black can take measures against that edge. I'm wondering if there are positions in 960 that give, say, a +1 or higher advantage without even moving a piece. Those positions might have to be eliminated if this were the case. So my understanding is in freestyle chess, the king and the queen switching over only, those are taken out. And I'm thinking those will be taken out too if there's like a large advantage for the white pieces immediately. But I don't know if we got that far yet into thinking about that. I don't know. That would be interesting though. I haven't researched that much into it. Let's keep on going. Some person under his comment even said it has already been done. On average, the positions will be closer to equal than the standard chess position. However, there are some positions slightly more advantageous for white. I think there is one that is 0.7 or 0.8 for the vast majority of the positions. The positions are very slightly better. And so, okay, so people already looked at it. The AI already looked at it. Apparently, that's what this guy's claiming. I'm just reading the comments and giving my own like expertise on the subject, and like because I've been playing chess for like a decade now, so I can give my own opinion on it. Opinion, not fact. Opinion for all you people who want to argue with me when you should be arguing with the comments on Reddit. Out of all places. Chess 960 is exciting and fun to watch, but I enjoy playing the same position of chess from all the classic games, famous players, and being able to use the thousands of chess books. People have been saying normal chess is dead for decades, but it is simply, is it going to happen anytime soon? And actually, the OP actually responded to that comment, and he said, you can still enjoy doing them. The problem is this version will allow people who have given up on tournament chess to return because they don't have to have a degen life spend generations. What is he trying to say here? Because the person doesn't have to spend 4 hours preparing against an opponent or learn new openings. And so he's saying that playing these same openings is taking people away from the game that has to spend like 5 hours a day learning chess openings. He's saying that's taking people away from the game. I don't know exactly. I don't got the analytics of how many people is joining chess tournaments now, but I would assume nowadays more than not, nowadays more than like before 2020, there's a lot more people joining chess tournaments. I don't got the analytics on that though. It's just what it seems like since we had that big 2020 boom after the Netflix series, and we have a lot more people that's over 2,000. I mean, just Tyler 1 rating right now is at 1,800, which is crazy that it got to 1,800 with that one opening, the cow opening. We can look at a few more comments. You say there isn't an opening theory. I say there will soon be 960 times more opening theory. And so that's one comment too. Even though people are saying there's not going to be opening theory, there's always going to be opening theory. Just imagine a kid growing up straight on 960 chess or freestyle chess. If a kid starts out playing freestyle chess instead of playing normal chess, then he's gonna form some type of opening theory in his head. And I mean, it's up to him to like create a book and everything on it, and so that other people can decipher what's going on in freestyle chess. But it's still gonna be opening theory. It's not gonna be now, but maybe like 100 years from now. Maybe like 100 years from now. All right, let's do. A lot of players love opening preparation. I strongly disagree with this point. A lot of players, wait a minute. I think Fisher Random has its place, but saying it should totally replace regular chess is going a bit far. I know Magnus Carlsen doesn't want to go through the work to prepare for matches or big tournaments, which he is entitled to. He has played for many years in many stressful championship matches, but he doesn't speak for all of chess. A lot of players love opening preparation. Regular games are much more instructional than 960 games for amateurs to learn from. Playing casual over the board 960 games seems weird to decide the starting position. The starting point could easily get hustled by someone who selects a certain setup they have studied. Well, over the board tournaments, there definitely shouldn't be, the person that's playing in the tournament shouldn't be deciding the position. So I don't know exactly where he was getting at with that one, but it should be the tournament director, unless the tournament director is in and you're like giving money to the tournament director to give you the position where you're slightly better than your opponent, or he gives you a heads up. Dang, that would be kind of crazy if people start cheating like that. Just give the tournament director, hey, I want to win against this grandmaster right quick. So can I can I get a heads up on the position that I'm gonna be playing? I'll give you $1,000 on top. Like, bro, that would be insane. That's some Black Mirror stuff. But anyway, he said, anyone who has followed chess the last few years with the new generation coming up, worrying about chess being boring, are clearly not paying attention. There have been some crazy games, tournaments lately, and I can't wait to see these players square off for a long time. Overall, I like seeing more Fischer random to mix it up, but I just don't see why people keep acting like chess, especially classical chess, is dying and needs a complete makeover. Okay, so he has some arguments there. A little bit, because regular chess did get more popular recently, and it feels like to me that they're trying to avoid all the draws that happen in regular chess, right? By saying, hey, if there's a draw, then you're gonna have to play another game. And if that's a draw, then you're gonna have to play 2 rapid games. And if those are draws, then you're gonna have to play an Armageddon game. So they're really trying to deter every tournament from like the drawish claims, or you know what I mean? They're trying to get decisive games only so it can be more exciting for the viewer. And I think that just happened recently. Like, let's get out of that phase first before we get to the let's make freestyle chess more popular, or let's just replace it with normal chess. Replacing it is a strong claim, but they can coincide, right? You can intertwine them. Maybe there should be some separate tournaments, maybe like equal to the normal chess tournaments, and just see what gets more participation and who's going to be willing to upfront the money for those freestyle chess, when it's already proven that the normal chess tournaments make more. I mean, not make more, but already makes a lot of money. Like, who's willing to take that sacrifice or to take that risk to put their own money up for that, to create a new trend, a new genre? There's a lot of things behind the scenes that we have to think about. And just another one before I have to go. All the people saying Chess 960 should replace regular chess, ignore that the option to play Chess 960 has always been there. If you want to play it, you do, but the vast majority prefer and will continue to play regular chess. And so that's something too. Like, this isn't the first time people have come up with freestyle chess. Freestyle chess has always been a thing. And weirdly enough, it hasn't, like, not everybody's playing freestyle chess right now. More people is playing regular chess. Like, freestyle chess has always been an option. I don't know how long it's been an option on chess.com. I would have to look that up. And I don't know how many analytics or behind the scenes of people playing freestyle chess. But when I see on chess.com, there's not really a lot of people. There's like, it's not so much less people where you're not gonna get a game, but it isn't a lot of people where it's gonna replace normal chess. It isn't, I don't know. It's kind of weird. But the option has been up for a while, ever since Fischer's era. So that is something to think about. But I digress. That's all that I got for today. Hey, keep on fighting till the end, staying focused in chess and in real life too, and pick your side down below or in the comments. Just let me know what you think about all this stuff. And don't just give me a short answer like, nah, freestyle chess is trash. Give me an explanation. You can't just don't just rile up my crowd. Don't just rile up my audience just to say that. Be true to yourself. You don't be doing that at work. you don't argue with people and say some combative sequence of words, all right, just for the fun of it. You just do that on the internet, you haters. All right, that's all I gotta say.